Welcome to the After Hours, where we're taking a closer look at the stock market and explore some interesting tickers. Today, we'll be discussing LUNR and OCEA. LUNR is the ticker symbol for Luna Innovations and a technology company that develops market fiber optic sensing products for various industries. Recently, LUNR ran up to $100, a staggering 360% increase. This surge wasn't surprising given the recent hype around technology advancements, including biotech, AI, gaming, and SPACs. That's SPAC. Luna Innovations has plans to go to the moon as a private enterprise, which could justify its massive surge in share price. The secular trend was just a precursor to the parabolic. All right, so more on LUNR. This one didn't surprise anybody when it ran up to 136. Someone in the chat, they did some calculations and they said it was 40K when it came to the float. That is really illiquid for a stock. At the end of the day, we looked at the numbers and we saw that it had 4 million float. And what we looked at was FinViz, which is a free platform for just basic data. And now when we looked at FinViz, we saw the quote was 4 million for float and 500 million for market cap. But when you go to something more accurate like Dilution Tracker, which is a paid service, the quote was at 2 million and market cap was probably around the same. Now, if you go to my stream, the same day that OCEA ran, you'll see OCEA had a float of 1.5 million, according to Dilution Tracker. But if you go back a little bit, the quote from FinViz put the market cap at 86 million, and the float was around 9.5 million. That's a 7 million difference. Both these stocks were much more liquid than everyone thought. Now, add that on top of the fact that it had 3 unregistered warrants. When you look at Dilution Tracker, it's not surprising that these stocks surged to higher prices. Now, when you ask me how would I trade these, I would trade them both like a parabolic short. With the parabolic short, there's no overhead resistance. It's a fresh chart. It's a first red day, especially if it consolidates. So what we do is we wait for a massive pullback and we short into a lower high. We'll find somewhere to take an entry into the consolidation and wait for the late day break. If it doesn't break, there's a chance that it can go higher, especially overnight. So we're gonna have a tight risk. I'll try to get an entry into the respike, into the consolidation the next day. Anything that breaks my thesis, I'll dodge the trade, or I'll go in extremely small size. And that's how I would trade both these tickers. Moving on to OCEA, this ticker doesn't represent a stock, but an educational technology platform that Luna Innovations owns a majority stake in. Recently, OCEA spiked up to $25, a staggering 630% increase in one day. This surge in strength wasn't surprising if you research the relationship between these tickers. However, it's important to note that OCEA had an outstanding unregistered warrant that may impact the stock's price in the short term. These 3 warrants may be exercised by the holders to buy additional shares of OCEA's common stock, which could dilute the value of existing shares and put downward pressure on the stock's price. It's exactly why we don't short companies with high institutional ownership often. As a privately held company, OCEA is not required to file reports with SEC. However, Luna Innovations' ownership of OCEA means that the company's performance and financials will likely be included in Luna's SEC's filings. If you're interested in trading both LUNR and OCEA or similar plays, it's wise to approach them like a parabolic short with 2 entry points. This is how I would trade it. You can wait for a massive pull and respike into the entry window between the panic candle and the high of day. Because you hope to short into the higher low, you should risk your entry into the consolidation, aiming for the late day break. If you're feeling froggy, you can jump on the front side with a small size and add big with a tight risk on the confirmation. That's all I got for you today. Thanks for tuning in to the After Hours. We hope you found this insightful and entertaining. Happy trading. Peace.